Liam, back home at the Shay, but ultimately another disappointing defeat against Featherstone Rovers. What are your immediate thoughts after that one?
Can't keep starting games like we're starting them. You're going to give teams 14-point starts because you don't come out with the intent that you come out with for the start of the second half. You're chasing your tail too much, it's too tough of a competition, and it's too hard to come back from.
You said last week after the Sheffield game you were pleased with the effort and in-effort. Is that the same last week? Because we were still in that game regardless of the scoreline.
Yeah, last week we were a little bit different, a little bit more impetus at the start of the game, and we were struggling for momentum a bit. Today we're different. You know, they want necessarily a lack of effort. They just that extra bit of intent that you need if you're going to be a mentally tough and a tough rugby league team that you need to get there. And you know, clear and obvious that we know how to do it because we start the second half with that intent. But you have to be you're a rugby league player at the end of the day. You have to be able to come out and start the first half with that. You don't preserve energy in this game. You go out and use it.
Especially against a side like Featherstone, who would be on the wrong side of games far too often against them. What's the answer going to be before next week's game against Widnes?
We're going to have to address it again in training, and we're going to have to come out and make sure we're on it at the start of sessions and get ourselves ready to go at the start of the game next week. And no excuses. Yeah, we've tried different formations of people starting, coming off the bench, and we're getting the same result. So we need to get together as a coaching team, address it again, and fix it up for next week.
We did create chances in that second half, but they didn't come off. Probably through trying to have a bit of desperation. Will that come if we do start games a bit better and have a bit more control of the game, do you think?
Well, I would have thought so, because you're not that desperate to score when you start the game with intent and it's level or a couple of points in it. We're consistently chasing the game, and at the same time we did a lot of defending in the first half, which took a lot of energy out of us, and then you're chasing the game with no energy and no momentum. It makes you do crazy stuff. So yeah, obviously that's not the issue today. The issue was the start of the game in the first half and going in at half time 14-0 down.
Widnes next Sunday at home, a team that puts the sword after a really good first half that we had over there. How important is that after today?
Every game is massive now. Every game is massive. Try to keep saying, you know, every week's important, and it is, but they're getting more and more important now every week, and we're doing it to ourselves, and we've got no one else to blame. So yeah.
And another home game, the first home game back today, the fans turned out in decent numbers. What's your message to them to keep supporting the team for next week? Yeah,
I'm sure they're frustrated. I'm sure they're frustrated watching us, and I think they can see the same things that I'm seeing. So yeah, I understand at times it's frustrating watching us this year, and that's the life of a sports fan, I suppose. And all I can do is say that we'll be working our hardest to fix it up.